Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game review. And today, I'm very excited to check out Grackles from Fireside Games. This is for 2 to 4 players, ages 10 plus. It'll take about, 25-30 minutes to play. And in Grackles, this is an abstract strategy game where you're going to try to have the most birds on the tiles that you're going to be laying out on this grid, this 5x5 grid that everyone is going to be constructing. It's a very light, simple game. There's only 4 actions you're going to be able to take throughout the entire game. Now, abstract strategy games are probably my least favorite genre of games. I'll still play them, I'll still enjoy them, but I do judge them a little bit harshly. Did I like this one? Let's open it up and I'll tell you what I think. Alright then, we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside of Grackles. So first and foremost, we have a handy dandy rule sheet. 1 page, double-sided, full color, full of pictures, illustrations, examples, and it's good. I wish it was a little bit better. There were a couple, I think there was 2 questions that I had. That being said, they're kind of answered by the pictures in here, but they still, I wish they would have added like a sentence, 2 sentences, and it would have clarified some different things for me. But overall, well done rule booklet. Should have you up and running in no time at all. It's also a really simple game, so I can teach you how to play right now. And in fact, there's only 4 actions in the entire game. So in Grackles, what you're going to do is you're going to be playing these little birds onto these tiles out here. If you have the most birds on these tiles at the end of the game, well then guess what? You win the game. Hooray for you. So let's talk about what you're going to do. Let's just jump right down into it. So when you first start the game, you're going to put the 2 starting tiles next to each other like this. They will form a diamond. Then you're going to take the rest of the tiles and you're going to set them off over to the side right here where you can all easily reach them. Next, you are going to do 1 of these 4 actions on your turn. In the first turn, you have to draw and place a tile if you're the first player. So let's just show you how that works. What you're going to do, you draw, and then you place a tile. So I am blue, so what I'm going to want to do is put this where it will help me. So I might put it right here, and I'm putting 2 blues right next to each other. So that's really good for me. The next thing you can do is you can build a line. So blue's turn will be over. Now it's green, and green's like, hey, looky there. They built a line for me. Thank you so much. And there is a good deal of negotiation in this game, too, where you're talking to people. So green, boom, would put those 2 right here. So what you can do, you can build a line from one spot of your color, build a line from one spot of your color to another. So there we go. We place these green right here. Now, why would blue want to set green up like this? Well, first, they kind of had to. No, they didn't have to. They could have placed it right here. But by doing this, this tile right here cannot be rotated, because let's move down to the 4th tile action, which is to rotate an empty line. So let's say someone put this right here. Let's say that purple did that. Maybe black would say, you know what, I don't like that. I'm actually just going to screw everybody up. And that would be their turn, is to rotate that tile. But now that green has played here, these tiles are in place, which means blue on their next turn is probably going to do this move right there. So very nice turn from them. The last action you can do, because there's only 4 actions, is to extend a line. So let's just say that we got this going on, and then somebody did this right here. So on blue's turn, they would be incredibly excited right now, because how you extend a line is you look at your line, so right here. And you cannot make like a L in any way, shape, or form, so you could not extend to, say, this line right here. That would not be a legal move, but what you can do is you can extend all the way to this line up here. I know this is black, black, purple, purple, but if you are in the process of extending, you can go bam, 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 and you can lock up a lot of points doing that. And there you go. So those are the 4 actions you're going to be able to do. Draw and place a tile, which you're going to be doing a lot of the time. The other big thing is that you have to make sure that when you're drawing and placing a tile, you do not go outside of the grid. It has to be a 5 tile by 5 tile grid. So let's just say that I put another one down here, for instance. No more can be built up here or down here. So it has to be 5 by 5. The last thing I forgot to mention are these little tokens right here. So whenever you choose to rotate a tile that no one is on, like I just did, you have to turn in 1 of your tokens. And you only have 5 of those tokens that you can utilize. So it doesn't just become a rotate, 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 rotate stalemate if you're playing a 2-player game. Eventually someone will run out of these tiles, and that's one aspect of the game. So to refresh, draw and place a tile. Build a line by having at least 2, so I could do it right there. Extend a line, as I did right here, and green could now do, say, green could extend this line on their turn. or rotate an empty tile, which in this case, the only tile I could rotate would be this one down here, and then I would have to turn in one of your rotation tiles. You're going to continue to do this until all the tiles are out and until everyone cannot do any moves. So let's just say it gets to you and you can't do a move. You just say pass. The next person might take a move. You're going to continue to do that until no one can take any moves. You count however many Grackles that each color has on the board. Whoever has the most colors will be the winner of Grackles. And that, in a nutshell, is how the game is played. Alrighty then, Grackles from Fireside Games. What are my final thoughts? Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. First, on the con side, game's not going to be for everybody for a variety of different reasons. 2 to 4 players, restricted player count. Also, pretty much with every other abstract strategy game on the planet, when you're playing 4 players versus when you're playing 2 players, you are going to lose a lot of control the more players you go. 4 players, woo woo woo, wild wild west, just pretty much close your eyes from turn to turn because things are going to change so much. There's not as much forward planning as you would like. Whereas in a 2-player game, it's much more thinky. It's much more trying to outwit and outsmart your opponent. 4-player game, there's too many independent variables to really let you do that as much as you would like to do. Another comment I have with this game is that I feel like the best way to play this game and the way to get the most out of this game is by negotiating with other people, which sounds kind of odd. You don't normally think of abstract strategy games and negotiation. They're just two things that don't mush together as much as at least I don't think they do. This game, though, really shines a lot more when you are negotiating and you're talking, like in that one area right there where I was like, the very first move that I made was, hey, I'm going to lay down these 2 greens and these 2 blues together. If you go there green, then it will lock me into place. So if I do this, are you willing to go there next turn? Little things like that really do improve the game, in my personal opinion. Another comment of this game, obviously, abstract strategy, no theme whatsoever. Why are there birds? Why are they called Grackles? Are they crows? What's going on? Why are these colors? Who knows? It's completely abstract. The game can get repetitive. You're going to be doing the same thing over and over again. There's only 4 actions you can take. This is by no means a heavyweight game. It's definitely more thinky when you're playing it 2 players. But yeah, pretty much all the normal cons you see in an abstract strategy game, this one also has as well. The box is way too big for what's inside of it. That's probably going to annoy some people. You could literally chop this box in half and fit everything in there. So that, I'm sure, is going to be a real annoyance to some people. The box insert stinks. It's just like a completely basic one. But it does its job. I don't know. Don't really have too many other cons. Just moving on to the pros. I'm not the biggest fan of abstract strategy games, but I did enjoy this game. And I think if you like abstract strategy games, you will also enjoy this game. And that's pretty much the biggest recommendation I can give here. Am I going to be keeping it? No, I'm not, but I'm going to be giving it to my friend who really enjoys abstract strategy games. I don't know how we make it work, honestly, but he really did enjoy the game. He especially liked it at 2 players. So what I like about the game, I like the simplicity. I like the fact that this is a family weight game. I played this with 7-year-olds. They had no problem picking it up. They were pretty bad at it, but still, it's the kind of thing where they could grow into the game. But at the same time, there's enough thinky decisions in this game. You could definitely play this as a lightweight filler game while you're waiting for someone to show up, especially if your game group does like abstract strategy games. Despite the fact that it does lose a lot of its thinkiness going all the way up to 4 players as opposed to 2 players, I still liked it at all the different player counts. I got a chance to play it at all the different player counts on my game night and also in my classroom. And overall, no one really disliked the game. And that's the biggest recommendation I can say about this game. I probably played it with 12 different people, I think, in my classroom and my game night combined. And they all were like, yeah, that's good. I enjoyed it. Or they're like, oh, man, that was a lot of fun. And there you go. I mean, that's 12 very different, diverse tasted games, and they all thought it was good or better. So there you go. Grackles from Fireside Games. If you like abstract strategy games, this is one I recommend you check out. I especially liked it at 2 players. It's very thinky. I like the negotiation aspect, though, at 4 players. So that was kind of cool as well. But there you go. Grackles, Fireside Games. One you might want to check out if you're into abstract strategy games. If you're not into abstract strategy games, then no. It doesn't do anything that'll just completely wow and amaze you. So pretty much cut and dry. You like abstracts? Give this one a shot. I don't think it's one you would go insta-buy, but definitely one you would try before you buy. And if you don't like abstract strategy games, you'll probably have fun with this game, but I don't think it would hit the table that much for you. So there you go. Grackles. If you enjoyed this review, please click on that subscribe button down below in the comments below. Let me know. Birds, yay or nay? For me personally, no. I hate birds. They're stupid. I hate geese. I hate when stupid birds poop all over my car. I hate when I accidentally put my hand on a guardrail and there's bird poop there. Even if it's dried bird poop, it's still like, oh, God, stupid bird poop. The worst is when it's wet. It actually happened about 2 weeks ago. Oh, man, stupid birds. You like chicken, though. Delicious. Let me know in the comments below. Birds, yay or nay, and as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.